it's crazy because like we know each other.
We do.
But like this is putting like a strain. But I'm gonna keep. We're gonna keep it funky. We're gonna keep it real cool and chill. We might as well just start.
Get started.
Are they rolling? Which one? Blue. What's up?
What's up, bro?
It's nice to see you again, man.
Of course, man.
You know what I'm saying? So for this project, you know, first and foremost, I always wanted to, for the most part, as you know me, I've always wanted to like share and like pay it forward to the people that inspire me, the people that help me, people that I could come and create with. And I only thought it was right to come back to Warsaw, see my man Blue, you know, and do this first episode in this new series together with you because we did a lot of things in the past.
Yeah.
You helped me, you know, kind of sharpen my creative juices. You gave me new perspective. You gave me ideas. You helped me with ideas that I, you know, wanted to do, especially with like all the promos and stuff like that for the projects that we did in the past. So,
shout out Dander.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I remember those days.
Yeah, you know. So I wanted to come back. I wanted to come back to Warsaw. I wanted to see you. I want to have people understand the people that I want, or the people that I want to connect with, or the people that I connected with in the past. I want other people to understand their story. I want other people to understand where they come from, their essence in their life, the essence that I was gravitated towards, so that other people can gravitate to it as well. You know what I'm saying? So, welcome. You kind of welcomed me back to the city that I used to, you know.
I'm glad you came back.
You know.
I didn't know if you would be able to or wanted to, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a minute, but
for a good reason.
Yeah, for a good reason. You know, we'll get into a little bit, but you know, I always felt Warsaw was calling me back actually for a lot of years.
Yeah.
For a long time, I would get people reaching out to me, whether it's for like shows or just, you know, just saying hello. But the people that were like saying hello, I don't know if they meant it in any way. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So I just felt like there was always still a piece of me here that maybe people missed, or people were just trying to, you know, catch up with.
You planted seeds, man. You really put in an effort that I would give the metaphor. A farmer can till the ground, he can water the seeds, and maybe not see something grow.
True.
But if you're looking at the ground expecting something to grow, you won't see it. Maybe it was good that you went away and these seeds are flourishing in a way that when you come back, you're like, And then you also know what seeds you planted that you need to go snip, snip.
Yeah, that's true. It is. It's true. It is. It's true. Well, I mean, speaking on that, not that I planted the seed, because you were here before me. You were here in Warsaw before me. No.
We came around the same time.
I thought we came around the same time.
We did.
Okay.
You were here maybe 2 years before me. Because I appeared I appeared around the same time as you, but I didn't really solidify my staying here until I came back on my second year here.
Okay.
And then that's when I was like, all right, I'm really staying, which was like 2017, I believe.
Oh, so you was back and forth to Warsaw in those few years.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. And that's probably why, you know, even when I tell people about who you are, I tell them, you know, we had a good connection. We didn't always spend time together, but we were tight. But that's probably why, because you was always back and forth. You weren't really here for the most part. But that's cool. But I mean, speaking about planting seeds and seeing they come to fruition, you're doing your thing out here, man. You're really doing it. I've been watching you over the years as I've been away. And I would like to, you know, delve into that, kind of get into what's been your experience thus far from kind of like when I left, you know, because we spent a lot of time together when I was back home, when I was here. But what have you been up to since that time?
When you first met me, we started in, I would say, the entertainment industry, but it was very specific that I was a rapper, you were an athlete. And then when you started to go more into modeling and shifting into the nightlife as well, that's when it was like the crucial moment. I felt I can't be just a rapper. I am also an event organizer. I'm also a cultural, I would say, curator for events. I want to be a part of fashion. I want to be a part. So those were the moments where we were being able to find the interest of the people in Warsaw, not just Polish people, but internationals in general. To rewind a little, what made our experience very different also from our peers was that they had jobs. They came here to go to school, they had a career, they had a job. Or the opposite, they were married and they worked because they're Polish, their wife was Polish. We came based on our talent.
Right.
When we landed here, or when I landed here for sure, I had no idea what I was going to be doing. I didn't plan anything specific. There was just a part of me that said, follow my heart, follow my dream, I guess you could say. Because I quit my job in New York at the age of 21. And I said to myself, 21, 22, 23, maybe I was 23. I said to myself, I'm really going to do it. I'm going to go 100%. I'm not going to do any more 9 to 5. I'm going to fully go to be an entertainer, music artist, whatever. The experience in Warsaw, though, it really gave me the opportunity to network more because we were all over the place. I was in the business networking. I was in the cannabis industry. I was in the hip hop industry. I was in acting. I was in the modeling. I was around all of these circles of people. And over the course of 5 to 6 years, what really was the challenging part of being a leader was finding a way to bring these people together because everything was so separate.
Right.
And it was frustrating because, deep down in your heart, you want people to connect, but then you have to wake up to the truth and the reality that we all have to accept. Not everyone wants to do more. They're comfortable where they are. And that does hurt because it's like, dang, I want to do this, I want to do that. And so, in the beginning stages, bro, I was putting a lot of effort and a lot of energy into the city. I'm not saying that in a complaining way. I'm just voicing the fact that it was difficult because it hurt so much personally that I was invested in a vision and a dream and an idea of what I knew was possible for us all to win.
Right.
If you are leading something, then why can't 5 of us with skills back you up doing something else to make sure we all win? It kept getting to the point where they're not supportive, they don't get the vision, or they just want to drag their ass. And I don't want to be around followers. I want to be around other leaders.
Right.
And it was very few of us. So it was like, to a certain degree, whatever you were doing, I could only do so much. So I needed to step back and work on myself. Mm-hmm. There was a moment where, other people wanted to do something as well, but there was so much that they could do or offer.
Right.
And I believe that, 7 years of cultivating myself, really understanding what I can do that brings value to the city, to the world, and to the people around me directly, that is what I've been really working on, bro. Not just music, not just art, but skills. I'm coding now. I'm learning how to develop businesses from scratch. I'm understanding digital marketing. Like, there's so many things that mentally I was able to develop that allowed me to see the bigger picture. Because when you're an artist, most times you're focused on the chaos, because that is a driving force. It's very fun to be a part of all of that. Oh, what are we gonna do next and this and that? But then it's also fucking draining, bro. Because once you get to the goal, especially when you're putting a whole lot of effort, and you see how little effort the team around you or the people around you put, and then the goal is now, like, it doesn't feel that good. It's not satisfying.
I feel like that it's a crazy thing that you use the word chaos.
Yeah.
Because through the years, I felt like I've actually been in a lot of chaos. But also through the years, I've realized and I've learned how to extract the good and extract the creativity, extract the power from that chaos. So see,
extraction is the part of the chaos that a lot of people have not been able to develop. And if I go into the spiritual realm, chaos is feminine. Yeah. It has no form. It has so much possibility. This is the beauty of it. It is all and nothing at the same time. But as a young man, I didn't grow up with a father. So there is a lot of masculine parts of myself that I had to learn to develop. I knew how to move with my feminine energy and be in the chaos and still be powerful, but it lost the stability when knowing that as you grow up as a man, the one thing that the world wants from you is value.
Wow.
It doesn't matter how cool you are. What are you doing? Right?
Right.
What are you offering? I can talk all day about how something can be.
Right.
But have you done it? So, not to be too gender specific, the masculine and feminine energy of chaos and order is the development of understanding, finding that balance.
Right.
And I'm 33 now. And at the age of 30, it was like all of that chaos through my life and then through my younger years, it all clicked. And when it clicked, that was through something I call shadow work. Carl Jung spoke about this in psychology. Taking the dark side of yourself, the parts of yourself that you hide or that you disregard or that you don't want people to see or that you feel kind of insecure about. Go into that space, write about it, think about it, talk about it. It's difficult, bro.
Yeah.
And you're vulnerable. And as a man, the world we live in, you're not supposed to really show any vulnerability. I do as an artist, but I am still in control of my image.
Right.
You feel me? So it was never really raw blue. It was the blue I want you to see. 2020, I dropped the album called Sanctuary, and that was the most rawest form of who I am. And that was also the most proudest moment that I felt completion. So it's like everything is a process, even with nature. That seed that we planted, once it got to a certain level, after all that watering and waiting and thinking and sitting and not getting any results, that little sprout was enough for me to say, all right, I'm still on the right path. Because love and hate relationship of Warsaw is what every international has, bro.
Oh, that's for sure. We're going to get into that too.
But it's like, why am I still doing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Yeah. That's interesting, and that's a great kind of segue to what I want to ask you. This is a two-part question. You know, a lot of people know you as the Blu Mantic, right? They know you as Blue. But take us to the origins. Everything has an origin of something. Everything comes from an origin. Everything comes from a beginning.
Yep.
Take us through your U.S. life, leading up to New York before you made a decision to come to.
It's this jacket.
It's the jacket.
It's this jacket. My jacket has
Sorry,
dandruff.
jacket.
It's the pleather.
Fresh.
New York City.
Wait, hold up. Is this camera on?
It's on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she checks
Okay.
it.
But is it recording?
Check
Oh,
it
yeah,
again.
it's recording. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
recording.
I got you.
So, origin.
Oh, so wait.
I'm sorry.
So, this is a two-part question. Take us back to the origins of the Blu Mantic. You can tell people your real name if you want to or not. It's okay. And then I'll ask you the other question after. So
Just
take.
remember it.
I will, of course, because I got it down. This is like one of the key questions. But yeah, take us back to the origins of Blue. Who is Blue, and what made you want to come all the way across the pond to Warsaw specifically?
The idea of being an entertainer started in Texas. Matuan D'Angelo Matthews II is where I was born. I know it's a
lovely
beautiful
name,
name.
bro.
My name Matuan means the leader in Zulu, and it also means the lion killer. D'Angelo in reflection is D'Angelo, which I told my mom, but she hates it. I think it means D angel or devil angel, fallen angel. I don't know, ma. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Madre. And being the second means I'm the second after my father, and I've always been interested in the idea of duality. I saw and reflected within myself a lot. This is something that I've always had naturally, the awareness of myself reflected to the world. So this is still, I'm at the beginning. Being the second, I'm always in the middle, right? I'm not the tallest, I'm not the shortest, I'm not the strongest, but I'm not the weakest. I'm always finding the understanding of how am I in the middle to understand people. And that is an empathetic gift that I have, is the ability to understand others. Now, I went into acting at a young age. I was around 12, 13, and I started in theater. And then I started doing choreography in musical theater, and I was a choreographer by the age of 18. And then once I got enrolled into a school in New York City, the New York City Conservatory for Dramatic Arts, I went there. I got accepted in Houston. I graduated 2 years. Nope, I got kicked out. I got kicked out after 2 years because I was falling asleep in one of the classes about old films. I don't know
I
why they
love
thought.
old films. New war films?
No, bro, the black and white ones.
Oh.
You like them?
Yeah, not too much.
At the age of 18,
I mean,
bro?
it depends.
The age of 18, bro.
Maltese Falcon is good.
Okay, yeah, but 3 films in a day at 8 a.m.?
12 Angry Men.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Casablanca.
Casablanca.
Yeah, but bro, I can watch those as an adult and
I
appreciate them. When I'm 18, I'm like this. It's 8 a.m. They got us what? Anyways, I got kicked out because I failed that class.
Got you.
So then I said, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I went to Meisner Acting School, the playhouse, neighborhood playhouse for dramatic arts in New York. I graduated after 4 years. And then once I started to focus on acting as a career in New York City, I was like 19, 20. I went to a casting, and the casting was for it said a universal black male. I never forget this. I went to the casting director. The casting director said, hey, you are talented, you're great, but they're looking for somebody more universal. And the lady outside, who was a black lady, who was working on the cast, maybe she didn't mean to say it, or maybe it was her own traumas that had to say it to me. She said, I'm sorry, honey. They're saying that they're looking for a light-skinned black man. And when I heard that, it really flipped the switch in me that was so different. Because it kind of hurt me that I realized, damn, I'm about to go through most of my life as a young man worried about my skin tone, not my talent. Now, I'm okay with the fact that as an adult, I'm aware that, I don't fit this role now. But when you're 18, bro, and you're already insecure in who you are, you're not really knowing what you want to be, I was like, yep, I'm not acting no more. So I went straight into writing. I got into the underground of hip hop. I started just doing in ciphers in Union Square. I was around a community of underground rappers. So I was really cultivating my rap skills. And then the name came Blue, B-L-O-O. That's what it was first, B-L-O-O, Blue.
Blue.
Yeah, it was first that. And I thought it was cool. And then I wrote a song called Deep Blue. And the producer I was working with, she said, just put Blue, B-L-U. And I said, okay, all right. Kept that name. And as I was developing myself, I started getting really into spirituality because I grew up in a Christian church.
Right.
But there was something about the Christian church that was always conflicting to me when it came to the teachings. You're forcing people to appreciate a book that you barely understand. Now, no disrespect to the elders who were, they were encouraging us to live a better life. I respect that. I appreciate that. But there was also a cult-like feeling of what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to live just for me to get into heaven that didn't make sense to me. Because if the God that we serve is of love, then why would he want you to be a certain way for him to accept you? Okay, so now I started to dig into spirituality. I started collecting crystals. I started to understand meditation. I started to dig into occult knowledge and Illuminati, all of this stuff that people are afraid of, right? And around the time that this happened, something passed by me. I don't know what I was reading, but the word mantic, M-A-N-T-I-C. I was cultivating myself, bro. I didn't know. And I said, Blu Mantic. I said, that sounds nice. And first of all, M is my name, Matuan, so I'm not getting rid of myself fully. But then there was a different version of myself. And I looked at it, I was like, it's the light and the dark, Blue and Mantic. I went on stage to do an open mic. This older gentleman introduced me. He accidentally said it, but he said it in the most perfect way. He said, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Blu Mantic. He didn't say introducing Blu Mantic. He said the Blu Mantic. And as a writer, the word the word the or a is an article. So it's an introduction to something. So now I'm not a person. I'm something. I'm an entity. And that's what really got me into saying the Blu Mantic. That's my full name. That's my full nomenclature.
Right.
Pseudonym. Whatever you want to call it. You feel me, bro?
Right.
So I was like, all right, that's it. The Blu Mantic. I did my first show at the age of 21 on stage. All originals, by the way. All originals. I've been doing originals since I was 18 in my beginning of my career. And then when I got from New York, I said to myself, I really want to do this. And I met a young lady And this is the only part of the story that is just the introduction to Poland.
Sure.
And I will never disregard that because, you know, I think anybody in your life, even if you're not with them or around them anymore, they do still have a special place in the story.
Especially if they're significant.
It's significant,
for sure.
Right? And I think anyone who does have that kind of significance deserves that, you know,
100%.
appreciation. If it wasn't for her to help me learn to trust my heart, then I wouldn't journey all the way across the water because I've never been to Europe, never even heard of Poland. And the reason I came over here, bro, is because I had nothing to lose. My son was being born. I was walking on the boardwalk, and I thought to myself, I said, you know what? What am I going to do, bro? Am I going to stay here and do a regular life? Or am I going to say, you know what? Let's just go. Let's do it. Let's risk now. Because if I want to risk later, it's going to be a whole lot more difficult, bro. And so I did. A one-way flight. Wow. Came over here, and then the rest is history.
Another Dander production.